All right, so let's jump into this video and talk about our VCM scanner and using it on an actual vehicle. So we're going to be taking our VCM scanner, connecting it to a live vehicle, and actually going through some of the features and functions of the software. Now, we previously took a look at doing an overview of the VCM scanner and what you can expect kind of navigating it. Now we're going to be taking a look at using some of the features and functions and the workflow process. We're going to have a lot to learn, so let's jump into the video so we can get started.
All right, so let's get started. We're going to be taking a look at using our VCM scanner here in a real-world application. So in the previous video, when we took a look at our VCM scanner, we did an overview of the features and functions, and it was just to get you acquainted with the software. Now let's take a look at what it's going to be like to connect to a vehicle so you can see that process. So there's a couple things we need to go over before we actually connect and start to scan. Now the very first thing, if we're looking here at the top, we find our two icons, the particular year, make, model vehicle that we're working with. So we'll find that different year, make, and models of the GMs in the Gen 4 family are going to have different channels lists or different channels that we can go in and log. So it's important that we go here and connect and establish this connected vehicle first before we actually hit scan. So we're able to generate our channels list and select the channels that we need that is going to be particular to our year, make, and model. So if we're working with, let's just say, a 2004, 2003 GM Corvette, we'll find that the channels list is completely different. That's a Gen 3, completely different than our Gen 4. Or if we're working with a completely different kind of vehicle, you might be working with a 2013 Mustang. It's going to have a completely different channels list here available than a GM. So it's going to be specific to, again, year, make, and model, and we have to make sure we do this process. So we can see right now in the offline mode, the last vehicle I connected to was a 2012 or 2015 GMC Sierra 3500 Fleet. So this is showing me the status. If I go here to my channels list, it would populate all of the channels that I would be able to select here for a 2015 GMC Sierra 3500. But that's not the vehicle that I'm sitting in right now. It's actually a 2012 Yukon Denali XL. So I have a completely different vehicle, and the channels list that I can generate and work with is not going to be the same. So I need to go here and click my connected vehicle. Now, one thing that we have to do before I go in and click this is that we actually have to have our HP tuners cable plugged into our OBD2 port, have our USB cable plugged into the module for the HP tuners, and then plugged into our laptop. So we're able to stream the data from our OBD2 port into our laptop here with our VCM scanner. So right now you can have your vehicle running, or you can have it off. I have my vehicle off, but my key's all the way on. So the engine's not running. We'll fire it up here in a little bit, and then we'll start to take our data log. But for right now, we'll just go here to connect a vehicle, and we can see it's going to be gathering all of the channels list associated with my vehicle. Now it's going to be telling me I'm connected with my VCM scanner to a 2012 GMC Yukon half-ton Denali, and this is the vehicle that we're going to be working with. So it's always important that we do that process so we can generate our channels list. And now if I go here to my add channel, it's going to be looking at the channels list